All right, so we just, it is open line. So 574-25-95-95-3. You can call about anything that you want. We obviously just talked with Harvey Mills from the South Bend Fraternal Order of Police, and joining us right now to talk about what the Fraternal Order of Police has just said is Republican candidate for mayor of South Bend, Sean Haas. Sean, how are you doing today?
Great, JC. How's it going?
It's going well. Well, you kind of heard the president of the FOP. One of the things that he said that he hopes from the next administration is that they actually get some supports. And we've heard from many officers over the past couple of years that they have been limited in their ability to do certain types of police work. You heard him say that. He also mentioned the fire department was also being kind of pushed to the back as opposed to being elevated. And obviously they want a mayor that supports law enforcement. So as somebody who's running for mayor of South Bend, how do you respond?
Well, I mean, you're a military guy just like me, and I mean, chain of command is so important. And you know that if your officers didn't have your back when you were in, you didn't want to work with them at all. And I want to make sure that when I'm there, that those officers know that I'm going to support them 100%. You have to be held accountable. So whenever they mess up or make mistakes, we make sure that the process plays out. And if there's wrongdoing, we got to hold them accountable. But what he did here was absolutely undercut the entire police force. That shadow of racism comment was just appalling to me. As a former veteran, I just couldn't believe that he would say something like that. As important as these guys are to running our society, we put so much responsibility in their hands. And if your leader, if your boss does not have your back, how are they going to perform their job to the level necessary?
Now, obviously, if you're running for mayor, one of the first things that you're going to have to be dealing with is repairing the relationship between the mayor's office and law enforcement. And yeah, I'm sure that your words will go a long way towards law enforcement who's listening right now. But a part of this also is allowing them to do the police work that they want to be able to do, to give them the resources to be able to do that. Maybe to cancel programs that some officers feel are not beneficial. I mean, these are going to be some tough decisions, which obviously are going to meet some criticism. As somebody who's mayor, I mean, how do you walk the line there? You've got to deal with the council. Many members of the council are in lockstep with Mayor Buttigieg on this particular issue, and they have also thrown the police department under the bus. So as a potential incoming mayor, you're going to have to deal with that as well. So how do you navigate those waters?
I'm going to set the standard, Casey. I'm going to lead from the front. These guys that are out on the streets every day, when you're talking about fire department or police officers, they get into this job because they want to serve their community, and it's a higher calling. You're not going into this to get rich by any means, and so these guys are putting their lives on the line every single day. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that these guys have the equipment that they need. The drug task force needs to be brought back. We need to look at expanding the number of officers that we have. We are woefully short, I think, and the crime statistics, I think, prove that we just don't have the number of officers that we need to deal with it. When I get into that office, I want to audit the entire city. I want to see where we're spending our money, what we are doing with everything, and making sure that our law enforcement officers are having every ability, every capability to do their job. And that means looking at their equipment, looking at training, making sure that they are prepared to handle every situation. I think, you train as you fight, so you want to make sure that everything that you're doing is building to that actual reality.
Of course, one of the things that the department gets criticism for is the racial makeup of the officers in the department compared to the city limits of the city of South Bend. So what are some strategies that you have been starting to explore about getting more minority officers into the academy and then, of course, helping them graduate? We've heard a lot of people actually who have gone through some of the programs that are available to the public who said, you know what, maybe one of the things they need to do is raise the age limit here because a lot of people believe that it's too young. Maybe we could raise it a couple of years and get additional recruits. Is that something you'd look at? And what other ideas do you have?
I mean, Casey, we trust 18-year-olds to go out and fight wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. I don't understand why we can't have 18-year-olds who are trained, properly trained, to go out there and start doing this work. I'd like to start looking at other options. Again, my military background kind of is feeding into a lot of this. You talk about cash bonuses to join the military. We need to start exploring ideas and try and find some grant money possible to start enticing some of these officers from other areas, maybe Chicago, Detroit, minority officers that do want to do a good job. They want to serve their community. And I look at South Bend as not as a challenge, but as an opportunity to really change and really make something out of this city. We have to build a strong foundation, and it starts with public safety, and it starts with education. I don't care what kind of big tech companies you draw in. No one is going to come here in large numbers with large amounts of jobs when you have violent streets and you have a poor school system. I want to work hand in hand with law enforcement. I want to work hand in hand with the school, put the weight of the city government behind those entities and see what we can really do.
All right, again, we're talking with Sean Haas, who's the Republican nominee running for mayor of the city of South Bend. Is responding to the president of the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge number 36 here in South Bend, who obviously is not happy with Mayor Buttigieg. So, Sean, I'm going to give you a hypothetical. This is, thank God, not happened locally, but we've seen over many cities here the past several days and the past week where they have started to douse police officers with water, and the officers are not responding. They're walking away. You know, as somebody who may be in a position to lead a police department that is now getting national attention for controversy, as unreasonable as that controversy might be, that's a fact of the matter. You know, how would you respond if you started seeing people dumping water on your police officers if you were mayor of South Bend?
I mean, first of all, it's disgusting. I mean, it's appalling. Like I said earlier, these guys don't get into this for money. They get into this because they want to do some good in their community. And that incident where they were getting the water dumped on their head, honestly, it felt like they were trying to bait these officers into doing something more, into reacting or overreacting. And those officers, I cannot be more proud to be an American, to be somebody who respects law enforcement, because they could have reacted in a negative way. And they didn't. They handled it the right way. I would have never wanted to even see it happen, but I would want to prosecute those people. I would want to hold their feet to the fire. I want criminals to know in South Bend that if you come to our city or you're in our city to do harm, we are going to take care of you. There will be consequences. I do not like the city as far as the violence that we have. I can't stand where we've gotten to. And so this is one of the biggest reasons that I got into the race. I got a 6-year-old kid. We live on the northwest side of South Bend, one of the most dangerous parts of the city. So I want to bring positive change. I want to make sure that I'm bringing that energy and that passion every single day to this office.
All right, Sean, how can people support your campaign if they choose to do so?
You can go to our website, SeanHaasForMayor.com, click on the PayPal link. You can go on Twitter. The link is there as well. Facebook, it's all over social media. If you feel like you can't find a donation, you're not looking hard enough. You can contact me at HaasForMayor@gmail, and I'll direct you to the right place as well.
All right, Sean Haas, we appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Casey. Have a great one.
All right, you take care. Again, Sean Haas, Republican nominee running for mayor of South Bend, responding to Harvey Mills, who's the president of the South Bend Fraternal Order of Police Lodge number 36, who was responding to Mayor Pete Buttigieg's actions after the Eric Logan, Sergeant O'Neill shooting that happened here a few weeks ago. We've got more open lines taking your reaction to all of this and any other topic that you want to discuss coming up on Newstalk 95.3.